everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I feel like a game show host. Wherever you are, welcome. This is a little bit about what we're going to do today. It's going to be fun. Please make sure that to start thinking about feedback at the end of it as we go through this. Pretty much we're just going to do introductions for anybody that's newer that hasn't quite met us yet. And then we're going to talk about the Autodesk Ambassador Hub that you guys loved and that we took over a little bit. Student Group Hub, exactly what we did. So it's really cool to see. I'm one of those people that really likes to see like feedback and metrics about what you guys did during the last year. So I wanted to share a little bit of that out and not just keep it all secret. What's to come? I'm going to give you guys some promises with hopefulness. And then a little bit of feedback. So just make sure that you do the feedback as well. Start thinking about feedback for us. There'll also be a chance to give it to offline in case you don't want to give it to me right now. Or if you're watching this later on YouTube, it'll be a little bit of an example of how to reach out and private message us. So for introductions, I'm Amanda Kinley. I'm an Autodesk employee and I've worked with Autodesk for almost 10 years now. I don't know where my life went, but it's been about 10 years now. I am a senior community program manager, which means that I'm involved in making programs and projects that really try to get you the best information possible and to make sure that you understand all that Autodesk has to offer, right? So we like to make sure that you know you have all the tools in order to Autodesk it. I've been on the community team for almost 3 years now, and I'm really excited. You might have seen some other stuff that I've done, such as answer days, ask the experts, office hours, that kind of a thing. That's mainly me, as well as like the welcome PMs and stuff that you guys get. So I am that is me. That is who normally does it, and I'm really excited to be running up the Student Group Hub right now. So I think Leo, you're next.
So yeah, hello, I'm Leo Warren and I am the community manager for students alongside my partner in crime, Oliver. We're based in the UK and we've kind of been continually involved with the Student Group Hub and the Ambassador Hub, making sure it's student focused and making sure there's stuff for students here. And so a lot of our role is taking your ideas, adding our own and making them feasible so stuff happens.
Yeah, and as Leo said, I'm Oliver, partner in crime that he was referring to. Yeah, again, it's exactly what Leo said. Yeah, I've been working with the Ambassador Hub before that, and now I'm obviously moving on to the Student Group Hub. And it's basically just helping you guys get the content that you like and making sure that everything runs smoothly for you guys. So just trying to get as much content out, trying to get some interactions and make some interesting conversations on the forums, and yeah, that's me.
And then Diana, I think that we want to hear from you really quick too. Diana will be dropping in a little bit later for a special slide, but.
Hi, I'm Diana Rouge. So I've been at Autodesk for about 4 years now, almost. I'm on the community team with Amanda. If you've interacted on our social media pages, chances are you've talked with me. So I try to get your feedback and hear what's going on those and share them with the team here with Oliver and Leo and Amanda. And yeah, good to be here.
So basically we're listening everywhere, which is a good thing and a bad thing, but it really shows that we're trying to reach out on any platform that you're comfortable with, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, the forums, and we really want to make sure that we're listening to you guys and we're trying to make it the best experience possible. So that is your caring team. Thank you guys so much for introducing yourselves. From now on, what we'll do is, Leo, I think that it's to you to talk about the wonderful Autodesk Ambassador Hub that we moved over from. So I know that a lot of you guys are part of that, we're part of the Autodesk Ambassador Hub. So we just want to kind of show you guys what happened when we moved away from it. So Leo's going to take that since he was really involved in it.
So yeah, in July, we announced the launch of the Student Group Hub and that the Ambassador Hub will be closing at the end of it. At that time, we had 2,555 active members. So those are students and educators who had a rank, which was really, really impressive. And a total of 415 made the jump over, which was really, really good and made the Student Group Hub have a really good kickstart. And so we weren't completely starting from scratch, like we're the Ambassador Hub. And it's been quite good to see the content that's kind of come through as well. The renders I've kind of carried on and people are still contributing. So it's brilliant to see kind of what's been happening. And we kind of use this July as a kind of pilot, as a test bed to work out what's really kind of been working, what isn't. We've had to set up group hubs because they're actually new for the whole of Autodesk, not just for students, as we've been learning how to set them up, blogs, knowledge bases, Q&As, so all the kind of little side panel stuff on the student group hub. There's not just the forums, there's so much more, and we try and keep curating it and keeping it up to date. So there's stuff to help you get through licensing, support, kind of designing challenges and contests, anything that's kind of on the hub, there'll kind of be a knowledge article for it. And then we also ran the first pilot meeting with our Ambassador Hub and Student Group Hub members at the same time in July. And that's about 1,600 views so far on YouTube.
Yeah, so just let you guys know, this will be up on YouTube, and we'll send out the link later in case you wanted to get your, in case you wanted to show your classmates or something, that there's people from Autodesk that are listening and caring, and how to contact us. We'll make sure in the wrap up to put the link directly to our Student Group Hub YouTube channel that Diana actually helped us set up. Again, thank you, Diana, so that we are available in case you wanted to watch this again and again for whatever reason.
And so yeah, now it's time to kind of look at what's really been happening now, because obviously we've had 6+ months of the Student Group Hub now being fully online, with still bits in progress, but now kind of the Ambassador Hub is gone. So Amanda, do you have the slide? So yes, we have 2,084 members currently, with quite a wide distribution across the world. Obviously, we have quite a few over in America and India and Brazil. And we also have scatterings over in Canada, United Kingdom, Hong Kong, with a couple members from Turkey, South Africa, Vietnam. We're very, very, very spread out, which is very good to see, because it means we have a kind of wide range of culture, traditions.
Yeah, it's always really great to see, Leo, just jumping on that one. It's always really great to see that somebody's always online, no matter when I am. I have a terrible time sleeping at night, so sometimes I'll just pop on because, like, why not check up and get a start on my day and kind of a thing. And I'll just look at all the new renders or all the new people saying hi and try to do that. So if you ever see me online, if you're across the world and it's your afternoon, just know, yeah, it's really me. It's really just like one person, but we also have the team, so Leo and Oliver, like I said, they're across the pond, so to speak. And Diana and I and Chris Kuhn, we're all in various places in California. So I'm in South Lake Tahoe, if you guys know it. Or if you want to look it up, the land of 8 feet of snow and bears. So right out the window. So, it's really cool to be able to see and talk to people from India. And I know that we did this at a time that it was better for India to join today, because last time it wasn't. So I'm really excited to see everybody. It's really cool looking at that, and I'm looking forward to expanding. So, and Leah.
Yeah, it'd be good to hear from you guys if this is a good time as well, because we want to do more future live events. So if this is a time that works well for you, we'd really like to know that, and if there's another time that would work, so let us know of that, because we want to make these as open to as many people as we can, obviously.
And so kind of the 6 months that we've kind of been running, we had just over 26,000 views. So pretty good going. 255 threads and over 1,500 replies. So there's some pretty decent activity going on here. And 3,259 likes, which is always good to see people getting the recognition. I hedge my bet that quite a few of those are on the renders, because the stuff you guys produce is wonderful. And so I know Amanda is just going through and
yeah,
cars, rockets, tires.
You guys, honestly, whenever I talk about the Student Group Hub and I'm showing people, I always pull up this render, because the things I was gonna pull out the best. I was making this deck yesterday and I was gonna pull out the best renders. I just couldn't do it, because no matter what, like the older renders, the newer renders, you guys are amazing. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not so much a product person, unfortunately. My dad was a piping engineer, so I grew up with AutoCAD, but I'm not so much somebody that can do it myself, but this is amazing. So whenever I wanted to let you guys know, whenever I'm trying to explain what the Student Group Hub does and how we share, I always pull up these pages, because it blows my mind. So just make sure to keep sharing, to give a like, to give a comment to some of these, because it's really like that. That's exactly what I want from my life. So
yeah.
so it's really
great.
And if you haven't looked recently, I definitely suggest that you look and you make sure that you see what your fellow students are doing from around the world. So
It's great. There's not just Revit, there's Fusion, there's Inventor, there's Maya and 3ds Max. So there really is something for everybody if somebody kind of wants to get inspired.
yeah, and like you were saying, that's definitely the most popular thread, Leo. It's definitely the most popular thread.
Yeah. It's also good. I think that the other other popular thread is also you guys introducing yourselves, which is brilliant to see kind of from a community manager perspective as we kind of get to know our community a bit better. And on the Ambassador Hub, we were quite reasonably tight knit. Whereas here, it's also great that it's something that we don't normally see with our other communities, and something that we love to see with our students.
Yeah. And then the other cool thing that we did today, not only was that the most popular threads and everything, but something that you guys have actually been asking for, we were really excited to somewhat roll out. So I do want to say somewhat roll out because I know that there's a few of you on this call that are going to call me out on this. So, and that's good. That's okay. But we also did, oh, I'm taking away your thunder, Leo. I always do this. I'm sorry. But we released our first badges, right? So I know that you guys, a lot of you guys that went over from the Autodesk Ambassador Hub worked really hard and put in a lot of hours in order to rise your ranks on the Autodesk Ambassador Hub, right? So so one of the main things that Leo and Oliver and Becky made sure when we took over was to make sure that you guys kept some of those achievements, right? Where I'm not trying to take away that just because we're going to a different platform. So we rolled out badges, and I want to do that with an asterisk because I know that a lot of you guys are still needing your gold, silver, bronze badges. There was a little bit of a hiccup in there, which is the technical term for they're coming eventually. But in the meantime, we got out, I think it was the diamond and the platinum badges. So congratulations to those that did those. This is how they're going to look. And we're rolling out a lot more badges shortly as soon as the development work is done. So there's a lot of things going on the back end, and some of them don't go quite as smoothly as they're expected to go. But I want to let you guys know that we do have all of your names, we have your email addresses, we have your user profiles and things, and you will be getting that badge. And those of you that were not in the Autodesk Ambassador Hub but still want badges, you just wait. It's going to be a fantastic year. There, I don't know if anybody remembers Ryan, who was a fantastic intern that I had. By the way, we do internships. You get to work with us, the great team. But we have a bunch of really great badges and contests ready to go. So just that's something really exciting that's coming for 2022 that I'm really excited about. We put in a lot of time, and hopefully everybody can start collecting these badges, much like a lot of people collect another thing that I'm not sure that I can say, which is Pokemon, gotta catch them all, right? So I think that's already trademarked, so let's not do that, but I'm excited about that. So and then if anybody's newer, Leo, I don't know if you want to poke around and you want me to show everybody anything right here.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
So this is the Student Group Hub homepage, I believe. Yes. This is all in chronological order. So everything, the newest stuff floats to the top. We're hoping for a little bit of optimization in the future where we can pin our most important stuff. But for now, you're going to see anything that's been replied to is going to float to the top. But if you go to the top right, you can now see the little contents page, and we have forums, blogs, knowledge bases, Q&As, articles, which are everything. And you can see here, this is just the top of the forums. We have some pinned stuff. So obviously,
which we think is important. Yeah. So if you're ever wondering what we're thinking is important at this moment, you can always go to the forums right now and then look at the pinned stuff. That changes constantly. So
yeah, we try to keep it reasonably concise so we don't swamp your whole page with pins, but we try. We got blogs where this is like we're working on, and knowledge base is where we create a lot of our articles. A lot of these things will be updated, so when more badges are released, there'll be a list of kind of potential things. There could be a design challenge, rules and stuff you need to be aware of will be in there. It's kind of a good place to be aware of, just because stuff that is in events, Q&As, stuff that is in the forum won't appear in that forum thread. So it's just worth keeping an eye on the homepage as well.
Yep.
But we do try and cross post to make sure people are aware, because we know the forum is kind of the place to be.
Yeah. And just that you guys know, we are going to be having a lot more events like this, but better, but like a little bit more, like targeted, a little bit more helpful to you as students that are working through their educational journey. We want to make sure that you are going to be provided with as much help as you can. So so we're going to be having a lot more events as well. We'll send out that PM like a lot of you guys got, just to alert you, because really, are you going to be checking the events every week in case we do something cool, new, and fun? So just keep an eye on that tab as well. Make sure that you can see. And if you're curious about the previous ones that I was talking about as well, you can always go to past events. And the past events, you can see there's ours, but you can actually see when we did them. So it's been a couple of months. I apologize about that. And you can see the recordings as well. It's like right there, the Autodesk University Student Group Hub Meetup. So we're excited about that and coming in. And I think that now a little bit more about what's coming as well is contests, right? So you guys like contests. We've been thinking up a ton of contests. You guys have absolutely no idea how hard we've been working on this. Leo and Oliver have been amazing. And some of them, I'm not going to put them up on the screen because I don't want to be locked into them, but we're going to be doing some faker photos. So the renders to see, do your most lifelike rendering so that we can all see who's best with the faker photo. The worst, that's a great one. The worst water bottle designs, like just different puzzles. We want to do sustainability challenges. I don't know if you guys saw Bobby Casey up on there on the forum that we were looking at, but Bobby Casey is fantastic. She's a partner of ours at Autodesk, and they do a lot of work with the Autodesk Foundation and sustainability and design. And so that's gonna balsa wood bridges. We're gonna be doing transports of the future, which I'm really excited about. Before I moved to South Lake Tahoe with all the bears outside, I was in traffic for like an hour and a half every day just to go to work. So I'm definitely a fan of the transport of the futures. Christmas tree decorations, just different things that we think that would be fun with some great prizes as well. So make sure to check back with the contest. Those should be launching pretty soon. I'm excited to see that. I'm excited to judge. I'm not going to be participating at all, but I'm very excited to judge them. A few other things that we're really excited about launching is we're looking at February might slip to March, but we're looking at hoping to help you guys look at a future employment in a tech company such as Autodesk. So I know that you guys don't get to talk to people like me, like what does a community manager do, right? And what was my degree on, and how did I get involved in Autodesk, kind of a thing, right? I was a vet tech before I worked with dogs, right? So how to do that, how to become, there's so many different roles at Autodesk. There's program managers, technical support, developers, people like me, advice from a hiring manager. So what we're doing is we're looking at our next month, we're theming it like Autodesk Employment Month, and we're going to have a lot of people coming on for like blog posts and for events like this, so that you can see what it takes to be a community manager, what it takes to be a technical support manager, what we're looking for in resumes in order to get hired, like our internship opportunities like Ryan did before, if anybody remembers him. We still keep in contact, by the way, and he's excited about like making another appearance. So there's a lot of really great stuff that we have planned for this year, beyond that even, but that's going to be the first one. So I'm really excited about it. So if anybody has anything that they definitely want to see about that, the next little section that we have here is actually Oliver's, and Oliver is going to be talking about feedback.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, as Leo said earlier, we've only been on the Student Group Hub for about 6 months now, and we have got a lot we want to do. There's a lot we want to get done with the content, with the contests we've got coming, with the badges that we want to try and finish up and get sorted. We have a lot of things that we want to get going, but equally we recognize that this is a community and it's all about you guys as much as possible. So we want to know as much as we can about what you guys want from the community, what you want from the Student Group Hub. So any feedback that you have, whether you can shout that out now, you can put it in the chat. If you'd feel more comfortable sending us a message on the forums or on just a private message on the actual on the community website, that's absolutely fine. But we want to know as much as we can about what you think of the Student Group Hub and what you'd like to see on it. there's some key questions on the screen there. What have you really liked about the Student Group Hub, so that we can focus on doing more like that and making sure that that really stays prominent. Or equally, we want, it doesn't have to be, positive's great, but we want to know some things that we might be doing wrong. If there's some things that you'd like us to do more of, or that you think we're not doing quite how you would expect, we'd love to know about that. What areas would you like to see improving? And again, like we said, we've got so much content that we've got planned, and we've got so much stuff we want to get on, but we need to make sure that that's what you guys want. It's what you want to see. So if there's some content that you want to see, if there's something specific that you'd like to learn about, or that you want us to put onto the community, then let us know, because we love hearing from you. That's ultimately, we're doing this because we want to build a great community for you guys, and there's no point in doing that if we don't then hear from you and ask you about it. So we want to focus it as much as we possibly can on you. So if those 3 questions are some of the key ones, but anything else really, we'd love to hear some feedback. I don't know if anyone wants to shout out now or say anything about what they like about the Student Group Hub now, or what they don't like. We'd love to hear from you. I like getting people chatting on these calls. We often do too much talking. Has anyone got any areas that they like, or that they'd like improved?
I see Rat was saying that you missed the Christmas week challenges. I know. I tried to get those up and running. I know I did. And we just we missed that goalpost, unfortunately. And Leo and Oliver have been talking about how much fun the Christmas challenges were, the Christmas week challenges. And yeah, we definitely missed that today. And I will take full blame for that one. It got a little bit intense around Autodesk during that time. But we're looking to do that, and we're looking to make up with something. So that's a secret coming, but keep an eye out. But I hear that. And the certification vouchers, yes, I know. I've actually been working with somebody, I don't think that he's here, no, about that, and the LinkedIn premium. So there have been some policy changes with LinkedIn, not with Autodesk, that I've been in contact with our case handlers, I guess, about. And I'm trying for that one. I cannot promise anything about the LinkedIn, but the certification vouchers, we're definitely working with the teams to see what we can do. And that's great, because you guys, you're students, you want to get certified, right? You want to prove that you know this, and that that you can do the projects or the program. So definitely understand. Does anybody want to speak up? Speak up, you're welcome to. If not, this is how you get a hold of me specifically, but really anybody. You just kind of hover over any post that I've made, and then you click send private message. And like I said, I don't really sleep that well, so I will probably get back to you right away. So
we love hearing from you guys. So all of us, send us messages.
Yeah.
And also in regards to the certification things, we've got some really cool rewards and some prizes planned for those contests that we've got coming up. So I'm sure we'll divulge more about that when they get released. But we've got some really cool plans for that. So look forward to those. But yeah, no, absolutely, speak up. We like to hear from you guys. But on the flip side to that, from the feedback, we do our best to manage this, but we'd love your help as well. We're trying to get as many members as we can onto this, onto the Student Group Hub. We want as many people interacting and engaged. So if you've got ideas on how we can do that, or ways that how you found the Student Group Hub that you thought maybe we could do better, just to try and help grow it, because ultimately the more of you guys there are, the better it is. And the more, like we said, we've got so many people from all around the world, and we love that. I love that. It's so cool. So the more people we can get from different countries, maybe if there was a country not on the list, or the more people we can get on, the better. And we want your help with that. So absolutely try and share it if you can. But if you've got any ideas on that, we really want to hear them. It is a community, and we're not just some people running it. We're part of the community as well, and we'd love to hear from you guys.
Yeah. Thanks, Oliver. That was really impassioned. And Oliver and Leo have been part of the student community for much longer than I have, to tell you the truth. I'm a few years out of college, let's just say. So they've been from the beginning, they're in it. You guys, what did you graduate in, Leo? If you feel like sharing, Leo, you're going for.
I'm in my first year.
Okay, but you're going for an engineering.
Chemistry.
Okay, yeah.
I was on the engineering. I just graduated, unfortunately. I'm no longer a student. I'm very sad about it. But I just graduated with engineering degree, so I'm still fresh enough. I'm all right.
So we are the community too. So just reach out. Don't think of us as think of us as people that can help you. So And so the next one that I wanted to see is, well, that I wanted Diana to share. Diana, our guest speaker, Diana, right here, who does all of our fantastic social media. Do you want to go over how to get more involved in every platform?
Yeah, sure. So we have our social media channels, Autodesk Community. We're always looking to hear what everybody wants, whether you're a student, an educator, getting started, anything. So we have a Twitter account, we have a Facebook page, we have a LinkedIn. Everything is under Autodesk Community except for Twitter, which is ADSK. If you're looking to get some tips on jobs or job interviews or questions that may come up during interviews and ways to interact and connect with the recruiters, our Autodesk Life is another great channel you might want to check out. They have a Twitter, Instagram, and even TikTok where they've got some fun videos that will help you get some ideas on ways to like pep up your interviews, improve your skills, what recruiters are looking for, how to get involved. So all of these are really fun channels. We want to hear from you. Again, like everybody said, you guys are the community, and I mean, we can't do what we're doing without all of you and your feedback and what you want. We really want to make this for you. So share your feedback with us on the hub, on social, whatever works for you.
Some people are Twitters. I unfortunately still don't have a Twitter. I don't know. I totally missed the Twitter train, but you know, I am a part of everything else. So Facebook, LinkedIn, there you go. So TikTok now. I don't know how I did that, but I'm now a part of TikTok too. So so yeah, make sure to do that. And we'll also be sending this out. So if you're busy joining right now or anything like that and you missed one, we'll go ahead and send that out afterwards as well in the wrap-up call. So I'm going to tell you guys the truth. That's really all that we had planned, but don't leave yet. Please don't leave yet. Somebody just dropped. I saw you. So if you don't mind, I'm curious to see who is in this call and kind of like what you do and what you're studying. So if you don't mind just putting in the chat really quick, what product are you studying in university? Or like what's your major? What are you trying to do for your major? Or anything like that. I'm really curious to see, you know, if we have more Fusion 360 people, if we have more AutoCAD people, you know, more 3D design and animation people. It kind of helps us tailor these calls and kind of do a little bit more about who's there. Third year Fusion. I love Fusion. I was here for the launch of Fusion actually, and it was just, I wish I had gotten on that. Maybe I'll learn it. Maybe I'll learn it, and you guys can all make fun of my renderings and things like that, and the things that I make.
We can teach you, Amanda.
Right. Teach both Diana and I and Chris. I think Chris knows too, but my dad's so disappointed in me. So disappointed in me. Oh, Revit, yeah. So you guys are gonna be good for the rendering things that we're doing.
Yeah, we got Barrett saying he's a mechanical engineering and Fusion 360 user. Yes. I'm a Fusion person, by the way. Leo's an Inventor person. I'm a Fusion person.
Yeah.
we have our debates, let's say. Anyway, yeah, mechanical engineering, which is awesome.
Design engineer.
Yeah, really cool.
Look at you. Okay, I didn't realize that you had already that you just graduated. Congratulations. That's really fantastic. Wow. Okay.
Awesome. Heavy engineering, nice. And we got Autodesk Revit there as well. Mohammed.
Making a difference in the world, y'all. So, and then the other thing is, how did you guys know about the Student Group Hub right now? Like, was it through one of the mass PMs that either I or Leo or Oliver sends you and we kind of prodded you into joining? Or were you here from the Autodesk Ambassador Hub? I think I know a few of you are going to be here from the Autodesk Ambassador Hub or like Twitter. So I'm just curious about how we reached people, because we are operating on in a little corner of the world on the big Autodesk Facebook page. That interesting. Okay.
Wow, going back to Student Expert, that is
that's a throwback. Yeah.
That goes back.
This week on Redshift.
Okay. People are spoken.
Leo, that's all you. That's all you, friend. They're calling you out.
I've been called out. I was working out on the engagement because I was seeing some people were doing it, some people weren't, and I hadn't had any PM saying, with people with their pitchforks saying, bring back this week on Redshift. So
I liked this
thank
week
you.
in Redshift too, because I don't go
Yeah.
hunt out those pages, but you know, like I always read them when they come across my feed, and I bet that's most of it, you know.
Well, we used to do a lot of Redshift stuff with the Ambassador Hub because we had Redshift challenges a lot. So I think we tried to get that over. But that's definitely something we can do some more Redshift stuff because they have some really cool articles as well. So definitely.
Yeah.
Oh, and Lucas, it's so good to see you. How's all your robotics things going right now? Is everything going really well? Or I saw that. Yeah, hi. It's so good to see you. I didn't see that you had joined. Hey.
Hello, everyone.
It's so good to see you in person, and congratulations on everything. You've already been having quite a year. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what your team and you do in 2022. That's going to be exciting. And then the Coursera. Okay, so I'm seeing a lot of the courses and things like that, which is great. That's something that I hadn't even thought of. So thank you so much. But yeah, interesting.
I didn't even know we were in one of those.
There are I know there are Coursera courses. I didn't realize somebody had been plugging us. So
that's fantastic.
I know I did. I know that I did a course for Autodesk. I can't remember if I said it or I did it though. Was that which course was that? Do you remember?
No idea. I know I did a few Inventor one at one point. So
yeah. If you can let us know which course that is, I'd like to know which one that is. That's interesting.
Yeah.
And I thought I had seen it. There we go, Patrick. Patrick is also on the call as a special guest as well. So I don't know if you guys know this. This is actually great that you're on here. Well, number one, because I enjoy you as a person and because it's always fantastic to see Patrick. But also it's a really good chance to, just in case that you guys didn't know, we actually have a bunch of international forums as well that are in different languages that provide, you know, like the English ones are definitely the ones that are most popular, they're most populated, they have the most content. But Patrick, for example, it runs our French forum, which is fantastic. And he's super active in there. Does a ton of different events with the expert elites and for his forum. And we have a whole bunch of different community managers here that run all of the international forums. So if you guys ever visit forums.autodesk.com and click over on the international page, you can see we are up to 9 different languages. So it's kind of interesting. So if you have any if you know other languages and want to practice them, if you're more fluent in a different language, if you have friends that are struggling, but for example, they only speak Turkish or Portuguese, let them know that we do have fantastic international community managers that help out on these international forums as well. It's a little hidden in the tab. So Patrick, thank you so much for coming. That was a really good reminder that everything's there. So
whilst you're on forums, there's also in the other category is installation licensing, so obviously installing stuff and education licenses. You're more than welcome to post in the Student Group Hub, which is where kind of we will see most of it. But obviously I'll be around installation licensing should there be any issues.
Yeah. And I'm definitely interested too. You guys showed up here, number 1, number 2, you guys are in it. I'm really interested in hearing feedback if you want to give any on, you know, like the verification for the licenses. And if there's any ways that we as community managers can spread the word or make it easier for you to renew your licenses, get up and running, any kind of feedback that you have on there, negative or positive, it's okay. I've worked at Autodesk for 10 years. I have a very thick shell at this point. So please let me know and we are more than happy to help. And I think that's about it. Thank you guys so much for joining. This was great. We're going to go ahead and post this on YouTube. And yes, Vito. Yes. Yep. The ID card verification. So please reach out to me. We'll see you again in future webinars, future live events, recorded events. I'm really looking forward to this contest, to releasing the badges, watching you guys make the badges. And yeah, we'll see you again next time. Thank you so much for joining again.